I love wearing my hair wavy. You might want to call me a wave addict. And in particular, I love how there's so many different styles you can explore just from this single hair pattern. You can go for a more undone, barely there kind of wave, maybe more textured beach waves, or more streamlined, glossy S waves. In the past, I've focused on more of an ethereal style, something kind of cascading. But today I want to mix things up, go for a more textured kind of look, and really focus on the style I'm going to call 90s fairy waves. And that you kind of have this callback to that crimp style in the late 90s, early 2000s, but it's a lot more refined, a lot more ethereal. If you're going to a festival, maybe Pride, maybe a music festival, or, it's midsummer right now, just kind of that party vibe we all feel at this time of year. This is going to be perfect for that. Or maybe you're just like me and on a random Tuesday, you like to feel a little bit magical. I've created this sparkly makeup look. I think it's just going to go so pretty with this whole look. For this look, I've collaborated with Wavytalk. They sent over their Power Wave. This is my favorite type of wave wand because it has the deep wave effect. You can see it in the barrel here. This is great because it offers the versatility of going for a more intense wavy look, or you can just simply hold it on the hair for a moment at a lower heat setting and just get that really undone look. I just like having both options, and my hair has trouble keeping a curl and a wave, so a deep wave just really sets the wave in there and I can get all the drama I want from a wave. And this also has something in the structure that allows me to get at the root of the hair, whereas other wave wands, you can sometimes get that awkward dent. It's really hard to manipulate the wand, but this one you can get right at the root, I found. So it's perfect for that kind of look where you want the waves going through the whole hair. You want that volume, you want that texture. So that's the plan for today's look. I'm going to share tips and tricks for using this wave wand and just in general how to get this look. So let's get into the tutorial. Before I turn the heat on, I'm going to share with you some do's and don'ts and tips and tricks for using the wave wand. So first and foremost, you're going to want to face the wand forward for two reasons. One, you can see the wave pattern as you go through the hair and link everything up so that, you're keeping a consistent pattern throughout the hair, but also so you can actually see the wave as you're facing forward. If you do it this way, it creates more of an indented effect, whereas if you make sure to hold it this way, it's just sure to get all that texture really obvious. Now, when it comes to getting at the root of the hair, you still want to be a little bit mindful. This one can very easily just get right up there, but make sure you're not going to hold the wand like this, because that's where you might cause a bit too much tension that could make a little bit of an awkward dent. So just make sure you're holding the wand at a very natural position, just not causing too much tension at the root there. Then in terms of holding the wand at an angle, you can hold it this way so that the waves kind of cascade towards your face. You can even play with it this way. In the past, I've held it like this so the wave pattern's very obvious and unified, but for this, we do want to hold it at an angle so that it essentially breaks up the wave pattern. It looks a little bit more natural, a little bit more undone this way, rather than super polished and glossy. So I'll be holding it at a little bit of an angle as I go down through each hair strand. As well, what I really love about this wand is that you can control the heat setting and the time setting. So there's a little timer that goes off, a little beep every 4 seconds or 6 seconds or whatever it is you choose, so you know when to move on to the next wave. Whereas in the past, I just kind of guess how long I've been holding it. So this prevents heat damage. You can really tailor it to your hair type. Honestly, such a game changer for using any kind of heat on your hair to help protect it and customize it for your hair type. Now, in terms of other hair types, if you have very wavy hair or curly hair naturally, and you want to try this look, you could definitely straighten your hair before, but I find wave wands can also be just a beautiful way to accentuate your natural texture. Just add a little bit more of those glossy elements and really distinct waves into what you already have and just kind of elevate it. So feel free to experiment depending on your hair type. Yeah, there's just so much to unlock with waves. That's why I love them so much. All right, so let's get into to the heat. For the heat settings, the lowest is 280, which I could definitely use, but I'm just gonna bump it up to 300 so that I can get a really distinct wave. As I said, my hair has a little bit of trouble keeping a wave. And I'm also gonna change the timer to 6 seconds rather than the lowest, which is 4 seconds. And in real time, you can see it heating up. So it's quite quick and it's gonna be ready to use in just a moment. So for my first section, because I have a bit of layers, I'm gonna gather kind of the front section of hair that is a pretty uniform length rather than grabbing some long pieces in there as well. Just get right at the root, hold it on that slight angle, and just wait for the beep. See? And whenever I do my hair on an everyday, I usually, listen to a podcast or something, an audiobook, and it can go by pretty quickly. At the end, sometimes I hold it for just a bit less time to protect my hair and the ends. Look how shiny that is. Oh my gosh. So as I go through the hair, I'm gonna play with the sectioning in terms of just like sometimes occasionally like a smaller section so I can get a very distinct little wave, and then medium sections, nothing too big because I want a lot of texture from this. So this one's kind of a small medium section. And since I'm looking forward into the mirror, I can see as I go along how to link up each wave. If you hold the wand backwards, I'll show you in a moment, that's when you can get a little bit confused about where to place the wave. But at the same time as you hold it and go along the hair, you can kind of naturally feel the hair fall into place. So for example, if I held the wand like this, which because I'm right-handed might feel a little bit more natural, I can't really see what I'm doing. So you just get used to using your left hand to make it so much more easy to create the waves. Okay, she is shiny, she is wavy. I'm gonna go in for a smaller, even smaller section right up here at the root. And as I said, get right up there at the root. And you can just kind of hold it there, just make sure there's not too much tension. So as I go through my hair, I take the sections I've already done and just clip it. So that way I'm just keeping everything out of the way. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of a bigger section here, right at the root. And as I said, with a wave wand, you can really just experiment with your hair type and how it responds to heat. In that, what happens when you just hold it for a second there? Can you get this really soft, undone wave? What happens if you hold it just a little longer? Can you get that ultra glossy, ultra crisp wave? See how as I tilt my head back, the style of the wave is just broken up more than if it was perfectly uniform this way. And then when I start to get towards the back of the hair, I usually take this section down and just kind of gather it together. And then just kind of use my hands to feel, just make sure I'm again focusing on that tiered effect so I get the volume at the back as well. Just reaching around and grabbing the top sections. So I just did the rest of my hair off camera, and right off the bat, I'm sure you can see just how much texture the wave wand created and just how glossy everything is. I freaking love that I now have a tool that I can get at the root. It just creates a really distinct look. You can see that kind of crimped 90s vibe, but I really do feel like it's just a bit more polished, refined, and I really do feel very fairy-like. So the only thing I'd really want to do for this is just break up the texture just a touch with my fingers. You can get a little bit more volume in there. Just kind of run my fingers through it. If you run a brush through it, it's going to get quite frizzy, although that can be a vibe too. You know, you could really brush it out, add a lot of texture spray, and you're getting something that's just got a lot of volume to it. It's really up to you. And something I found about this style in particular is the next day, it looks really good. Because it's so wavy, the next day it does just soften just a touch. It starts to move more into like that undone beach wave territory. Whereas on this first day, it's a little bit more glossy and ethereal, but the next day, just a lot more lived in. I actually got 3 days out of this, 3 days out of this hairstyle recently. And it's really great for styling. So if you're a very good styler, I was thinking I could do something like Michelle Pfeiffer in Midsummer Night's Dream, you know, lots of flowers in the hair, but I realize that might be beyond my capabilities. But like something as simple as just like 2 ponytails. I just want to show you how cute it looks when you have a wave in your hair. You know, just like that. Take a couple pieces out. It reminds me of this one Sex and the City episode where Carrie has her hair in pigtails. So cute. You know, this looks very different than if I just had my straight hair and put it like this. Very summery, very festival coated. Or maybe just pinning back the front, you know, using a cute clip. You know, any little way you style it can bring out different parts of the texture, different parts of your hair color. We often have darker hair under here, highlights on the top, maybe pull out a couple strands, something like that. That is very summery. But then when my hair is textured like this, it just stays up so much more easy. And then also you can kind of lean into that messy, undone vibe, you know, just by throwing your hair up really quickly. Whereas when it's straight, it's like every little bump looks weird, but when your hair is wavy, just makes sense. Hence why I love wavy hair so much. It's just my favorite hairstyle. All right, friends, I think that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you're feeling inspired to try out some 90s fairy waves, and definitely consider checking out Wavytalk. I am very impressed with this power wave. I'll link it down below. And that's it for today. Toasty, let us take it away. Thank you, friends, for watching until the end. Should we consider using the power wave on Toasty? You know, his hair can get quite long. I could do it if I wanted to. Anyway, if you want to give this video a like, that really helps support the channel. And let me know in the comments down below if you have any other wave styles I could try out. One thing I haven't yet done is that very barely there undone wave. And I think this wand would work really well for that. So maybe I'll do that. And yeah, until next time, may you all find yourselves a little bit of hair magic. And we will see you in the next video. Bye, witches.